Good evening, everyone. We're here again. It's the Shaver Man. Thank you for coming to see our show. I know there's a lot going on tonight, so I'm really honored to have you come and choose us, and I hope you enjoy what we are going to present to you tonight. So, we are going to tell you a story of cosmic horror, and we are going to make this up as we go along. Everything you see tonight will be created purely in the moment, and once it's over, it'll be gone in the air, never to be seen again. We're going to need a little bit of help from you to help us create the story for you. So I'm going to ask you a few questions to give us some ideas to incorporate into the story and to act as a foundation for the story that we are going to tell you. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and then I'd like you to shout out some suggestions to me, and then we'll pick some of those, and then we'll weave that into our story. So the first question I have for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, what era of human history will our story take place?
Any? Piracy.
Sorry?
The age of piracy.
Piracy? What?
The Industrial Revolution.
The Industrial Revolution?
The Great War.
The Great War?
I was thinking the same thing.
The Great War?
Neolithic Age.
Neolithic Age.
English Civil War.
English Civil War. Do we have a preference? I quite like the Industrial Revolution. Okay. So now that we have a time period, can somebody give me a setting for our story? Where will we be for this story in the Industrial Revolution?
Textile factory.
Okay, I want something bigger than a textile factory, actually. So
London.
London is a good one. Yep. Tahiti.
World's Fair.
World's Fair. That could be quite interesting. Okay.
Crystal Palace.
Lancashire?
The Paris Commune.
The Paris Commune. Okay. Any other suggestions that we want to throw out? Sorry? Oceana. Ocean. The ocean. Oh, in the ocean. In the ocean. Okay.
A small town in the Outer Hebrides.
A small town in the Outer Hebrides is not actually bad. Do we have any preferences?
Should we do something more on theme with the calm?
Like we've got the ocean, so
Cargo ship.
Huh?
A cargo ship.
Atlantis.
You like a cargo ship? Okay. So we are in a cargo ship. In the industrial, so steam is that? Steam? Yeah.
Steam and cast iron.
Okay. So within this cargo ship, can you now give me locations within the cargo ship? So I want actual places that we can set. Events. So the boiler room. Boiler room. Okay.
The poop deck.
Hang on. Poop deck is a real thing. Bridge.
The hull.
The hull.
Galley.
The gully. Galleys. Right. Crow. I don't. Did ships have crow's nests? I don't know.
Some still have masts, yes, the Great Eastern.
Masts. Okay. Any more?
Engine room.
Engine room. Sorry? I think we've got cargo bay, the hull, okay, the cargo bay. That's just the cargo bay.
The brig.
Yeah, let's have the brig.
The crew quarters.
Oh, yes, crew quarters.
Lifeboats.
Lifeboats, okay. Okay. So now we've talked a lot about the world that we're going to put this story in. Let's talk about who our protagonist should be. So I'd like a name for our protagonist. Anybody?
Jennifer.
Jennifer? Okay, yes, that's a good strong name. Any more?
Isambard.
Isambard. Okay. Archibald. Isaac.
Griswold.
Isaac. Huh?
Griswold.
Griswold. Any preferences, guys? No. Isaac. So let's give him a surname as well. Harker. Isaac.
Harker.
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 Like
Oh,
Jonathan Harker.
Harker. Okay, let's do that. And why? I mean, the question here is why are they here? As in, do they have a job? Are they a passenger? Why are they on this ship?
They stuck in one of the things.
Okay, stowaway.
Murder.
Murder.
They're part of an expedition bringing stuff back to the British Museum.
Part of an expedition, okay?
An ocean research vessel.
Ocean research.
They're a detective and they're traveling.
A detective and traveling. Take your time. Okay, so a kind of archaeological.
Darwin type person. Naturalist. Yeah?
So naturalist?
Not naturist.
So are they traveling somewhere else, or is there actually something that they're investigating in the ocean?
They're dredging.
They're dredging. Okay. So I'm going to say dredging the ocean. And can we just have one trait for this character? Just one.
Paranoid.
Paranoid? Sorry?
Curiosity.
Paranoid, curiosity, anything more?
Greedy.
Stoic? Okay. Sorry? Religious. What do we prefer? I mean, curiosity is good. Curiosity is good. Curiosity. Okay. Alright, we're nearly there, guys. So, we're just about ready to start, but we need one more thing. We need a volunteer. We don't need you to come on stage. You won't need to perform in any way. We just need someone who will help us at the end of the show. You know what? Yeah, I'll take you. Right, yes. So I'm going to tell you what we need you for now. So, for this show, you will be playing the role of H.P. Lovecraft. All of these scenes that we will create for you are your fever vision. But there will come a point when we will need you to make a decision. Based on the scenes that we have done, we will be calling upon you to make a choice for us near the end of the show. You will be called, we will literally kind of have to stop, and then we will give you some options, and you will have to choose amongst them how the story ends. Okay? So, I think I've covered everything now. I think we're ready to start. So let's get on with it. It is the year 1874, and the HSS Elizabeth is forging through the Atlantic Ocean. The weather is calm today, and there is just not a cloud in the sky. It's beautifully clear, and our protagonist, Isaac Harker, is on the bow of the ship.
I say, I'd love to catch one of the tortoises to take home to the museum. A new aquatic area. Love that, I'm sure. Ah, such a perfect day. What could be better with sea spray in your face and striking.
Just then the captain comes along and meets with Isaac Harker.
Ah, Captain! What fine weather!
It's all right. I hear a storm's coming in later though.
A storm?
Yeah. You better watch your cargo down there. Make sure it's lashed. Whatever that weird stuff you brought back with you is.
Well, it's not weird. It's scientific, I tell you. It is of great interest. Her Majesty the Queen sent the instructions herself. Don't forget she's paying your salary too, young man.
I do appreciate the money. I'm just a bit worried about some of those strange things you've got down there. The crew have been talking.
Just then, a very honest knock happens.
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing. It's like, don't worry, Captain.
That's the cargo
It's
hold.
all fine.
Rogers!
I'm sure it's just something
Rogers!
to be backing
Have a look at the cargo hold, see what's going on down there. Come on.
Let me come with you. Let's just let me go to my cabin first. I need to just pick something up.
I'm in charge of this ship. While I am, I look after the safety of it, all right?
Very well, but I'll come with you. I'll help.
Come on, Roger, let's go take a look.
How does Isaac Harker feel right now?
I'm slightly worried, slightly concerned. The last thing I need now is the captain and his crew starting to make up stories.
That sounds right.
Our scene continues. Not a moment later, Isaac has wandered down towards the cargo to make sure that everything is still as it should be. Rifling through the boxes of different specimens that he's collected, trying to preserve for the archaeology.
Ooh, what's that? Oh. Those bonds, I need to make sure that everything in this collection is safe. There's a huge treasure trove of new specimens to catalogue when we get back to England.
Taking in everything that he has collected over his journeys, he realizes one of the boxes is missing.
Huh. I'm sure I had an Aureolus there, a pink starfish. Maybe it got loose somewhere. I wonder. Maybe did it fall down? Oh, where is it?
Looking feverishly, Isaac continues his search. The boxes, everywhere else, the boxes seem to be okay. They seem to not have been moved, yet one just seems to have disappeared. How does this make Isaac feel?
I've never lost a specimen in my life. I am organized, and yet here there is definitely a gap where one of my specimens should be. The pink starfish. One of the crew must have taken it. I wonder if I can find it.
It is the next evening, and the foretold storm has hit the ship. The deck is pitching. Isaac himself has gone down into the depths to check that the cargo is okay. The smell down here is different, odd. There's something acrid in the air. The rats in the hold are running around in panic, around his feet, squeaking. It's this scene.
Oh, that's huge. Something scared him, definitely.
To his horror, he notices that one of his precious boxes has indeed broken open. But it's clear that somebody's been at it with a crowbar. A number of the strange soapstone figurines that he collected, found on one of the islands that he visited.
All right,
Have gone missing.
we definitely have a thief. I know this for certain now.
That captain's my place. There's many, many more crew here.
Oh, they know it's precious. They know it's worth things. Why would they hide it?
How? Sounds like we know how he feels. We want to unpick it.
I have suspicions. Someone is trying to play me for a fool.
Isaac is not one to be played like this. He marches straight into the crew quarters and confronts the deputy deputy of the ship.
Oh, excuse me, I need to see the captain.
It's the top. It's the top again.
I know that. Excuse me, where exactly is the captain?
Well, he's in his cabin. What did you want, sir?
You go and bring him here. Immediately.
Oh, dare bring him down here, sir, because I think he might better if you went to his cabin.
Isaac Harker won't get much out of the crew. They're hardy people, they drink a lot. It's the only way to get through the cold conditions of the Arctic tundra.
Isaac considers these people idiots, but he has to get to the bottom of this. He marches straight towards the captain's cabin. Hammers up the door. Captain! Captain! Open up!
Who is it? What is it?
Isaac.
Is it? Isaac, come in. I was just having a port before bed.
I've got a very serious accusation against your crew. Some of my very valuable
My crew are trusted men.
artifacts have gone missing during the storm.
What? You want a drink? Come on, set yourself down, man.
I'm teetotal. I don't talk that kind of thing. It's the devil's way to poverty.
That moment, a wave hits the ship.
Mate! Bosun!
Yes, Captain!
What's going on? Steer into the wave!
Oh, sorry, sir.
All hands!
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh. Isaac grabs onto one of the ropes and hangs on, waiting for the captain to get hold of the situation.
Isaac, get below! You're not crew! Get below!
I won't forget about this, you understand? One of your men is a thief, and he's taken something very valuable from Her Majesty herself.
I'll see. We'll deal with that after this!
Another wave. The other direction.
Bosun! Steer into the wave!
We're trying to, Captain, but the wind's too strong.
Suddenly, scream from below deck.
Isaac runs towards the source of the scream while the men are dealing with it.
How does Isaac feel about that?
He is concerned for these people, idiots they may be, and thieves, but they deserve to live, and matters are strange at the moment. He will deal with things later.
After a long, painful, hard, strenuous night, the sun rises. The ship, both masts are down, tangled, wrecked, but floating. Oh, the crew are exhausted. Isaac surveys the scene on deck.
I just don't quite know how we've survived this, but clearly we've been very lucky.
The bosun comes up to Isaac and tells him the terrible news about the captain.
I'm afraid the captain's dead.
Dead?
Yes. And a number of the other crew. Someone was killed by some of your bloody boxers down there. You didn't see.
No one was killed by those boxers. They're not harmful.
Have you seen the kind of storm that hits? We're lucky to all be alive. Now, some are saying that stuff down there is cursed. That's what brought that storm on. It's in Irish. One of that intensity, these kind of seas. You've got to say to that, gentlemen.
Am I to understand that you're in charge now?
That's true. There aren't many of them. And a lot of the crew are saying we should throw all that crap overboard.
Do not throw that treasure. If you do that, I will see you hang.
At that point, a voice shouted down from the last remaining mast, the crow's nest on the last remaining mast, shouts down to the guys on deck.
No! Help! Help!
Bill, what's up?
So
Go
Max,
up there! See what's happening!
What are you doing there,
there's some kind of strange kerfuffle going on. No one can see what's going on. The men are scrambling up the rigging, trying to get to the top.
Bill, you all right up there? Bill, what's going on?
When they arrive, Bill's not there.
Blood. Tom, bringing that cursed stuff on board. We should throw it over right now.
Do not. Don't know what's happened here, but
No,
it
no
can't
one's
be because of some trinkets.
They say
It's superstitions.
superstitions hold a lot of weight at sea. You understand? Look, I can try and protect you. Grease my palm a little bit. You know what I mean? Tell them that there's nothing to worry about. But I want money.
I'm going to check on my wares and pretend that you did not just try to bribe an officer of the court.
Then you see what the boys do to you when I don't.
How does this leave Isaac?
The captain was the one person I could actually talk to on this boat who seemed to give a damn about what we were trying to do here. Concerned that this is going to put everything in jeopardy.
Isaac, after returning from the cargo hold, Isaac retires to his chambers. It is a small room with a little porthole out into the sea. Currently, there is not much to see. There's a beautiful clock on the wall. It seems to be very comforting. And Isaac is writing his notes in his journal for the past few days.
Day 48. Crew have been disappearing. Strange things have been happening. We've lost the captain. We were maimed. The ship was maimed in a storm. I'm not sure I trust them. I don't know what's happening.
The clock seems to speed up and get somewhat erratic.
This is Swiss. What's that? That's.
Strangely enough, the arms of the clock look as if they remind Isaac of something.
It's so familiar. My parents' clock back home. It can't be the same. Can't be the same. Father did have a clock. I've been in this cabin for 50 days, and I never noticed. It's remarkable.
The digits of the clock seem to walk in Isaac's eyes.
What's going on? I think I need to see the surgeon, the ship surgeon. No, I'm a man of science. What is this nonsense? What's going on?
And just as it starts, it stops, and it's just like a clock again. How does Isaac feel?
I'm starting to daydream. Is the food on this ship getting to me? It's been stressful. What am I going to do? I don't trust anyone. I'm hallucinating. I don't even trust myself.
The evening draws past. Nighttime, almost into early morning, wee hours. Isaac is awoken from his sleep suddenly. He looks out the porthole to see a single person stood onto the bow of the deck, seemingly on their own, looking out further into sea, their back towards Isaac. They seem stationary, won't stop still. Isaac watches and watches, not daring to move, thinking that something will happen just as he takes his eyes off them. And with that, suddenly the person falls straight into the water.
Captain's dead. Bosun. Maybe the bosun will. Maybe I should tell the bosun that. Yeah, I should definitely try and get him. Right. Hello? Hello? Are you? Can you hear me? Hello?
You carry a sound over the waves. Your voice doesn't even reach down to the ocean.
I must find the bosun.
At the bosun's door, the knocks here echoing throughout, and yet there is no reply.
Mr. Williams?
Remembering that the ship used to have so many more people on it, and yet less and less people you saw throughout the days you've been on here, how does Isaac feel?
What's going on in the ship? It's like people are dropping like flies, being consumed. But no, that can't be right. I was never very close to the crew. I'm sure they know how to survive in the ocean. Are they right? Is there something wrong with? Did I pick something from my cargo? Maybe I should investigate it once again.
So indeed, Isaac makes his way through the ship. Throughout his journey down to the cargo hold, he sees no other members of the crew and can only hear the regular beat of the steam engines, which still seem to somehow be running somewhere deep inside. That monotonous sound, thrumming, seems almost sinister now that he feels so isolated, alone. Who could be manning these engines? Why are they still running after all this time? The cargo hold itself.
The ship needs a crew, doesn't it? The ship needs a crew. This is a massive ship. You can't just keep it running. It doesn't run by itself. It doesn't what? Hold yourself. Get a hold of yourself. You're okay. You have witnessed worse sudden travels. This is just a drinking boat ride. Just get back to the mainland. We're not close. We're not far. We're not far.
Samples must be. He gets down to the cargo hold, and indeed it does seem as if the crates are all there, just as he remembers. Alright, but they seem to have been moved into different places. Sides to open one up. Inside, the shelves that you had placed there so carefully, under the stuffing, seem to have been placed in a strange and almost organic pattern. They seem to be. It seems as if someone has placed them in a very specific way, almost ritualistic.
There's meaning to this. There definitely is. The crew is superstitious. I know that. But why they moved shells about? What's the point of all of this?
It reminds him somehow of the carvings that he saw on those missing soapstone figures. The same patterns have been laid out here. How? What does he make of this? What does he think?
There's a pattern here, I know it. Something. There has to be a pattern. There's got to be a pattern. And that will lead me to something that's at least rational. Oh, what the fuck is going on?
Give me that drink.
crushing loneliness starts to get to Isaac. Doesn't make sense why he can't find anyone else. It is a big ship, but there must be other people around.
Isaac rushes to the bow of the ship to see if he can see anything on the horizon. To see what's out there. Land, the sea.
That's when he hears the whimpering just behind him. A young ensign just cowered by the door to the inside.
Oh, don't leave me alone.
What's the matter, man?
Oh, no.
Where are the others?
They're gone.
Please.
They're gone.
Grab a hold of yourself.
You're the tough, aren't you?
My name's Isaac.
Jeff.
Look, Jeff, we're in this together. Stand up, please. Have you seen any of the others? Have you seen anyone on board?
I'll be 16 next week. I'm signed up to see the world. They're all gone. Some of them jumped.
Jumped?
Some of them.
At that moment, Isaac looks away, looking overboard. And for a brief moment, he thinks he hears the captain's voice.
What's that? Did you hear that?
Join.
It's everywhere. It's on the wind. It's everywhere. So here it is everywhere.
Pull yourself together, man.
No,
You're 16.
No, yeah, no. I'm a man next week, not this week.
Look, do you know how to steal the ship? Steal the ship.
Steer a ship? Are you joking?
We
of course I do.
We need to get out of here. Come
I'm
on.
a man. Right, I can't reach the edges of the wheel. Give me your hand.
I know you've got very stumpy arms. I can help you. You just tell me what to do. What a terrible world we live in. Did you hear it?
Has Isaac made his way to the bridge?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Make our way to the bridge. Show me the chart. Show us where we are.
And so begins the journey into darkness. Come on. Show me the way. Show me the way to the bridge. How do we get there?
I was up here, up the step, up to the poke deck, and then round to the left and back and beyond.
As they make their way up into the bridge area, they now realise there is a vast fog that covers the entire ocean before them, encroaching further on the ship, pulling its way.
The voices that used to just ever so faintly be on the wind are now howling into their minds, into their ears.
Some of them sound like screaming. Some of them almost sound happy, but in kind of like a scary, creepy way, like someone who's gone mad.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
The distant sound of thunder rolling high above. Another storm is coming. Another storm.
The young lad's hand slips from his, and he hears a scream as he disappears, the fog now encroaching around the bridge.
No! Come back.
The fog almost envelops Isaac in his entirety. He can barely see his hand in front of his face.
I can't find the door. I can't find anything.
But the voices, they don't stop. They get louder. In fact, that's the only thing Isaac can hear. It's just voices.
You can't discern single words, but it starts to become melodic. Almost like a sea shanty and strange words.
This is insane! And with that, I think we're ready to meet our final horror. H.P. Lovecraft, this is your moment. We are going to give you possible ideas what this final horror is that is causing all the madness in this story. We would like you to select which one is the real madness. Does anybody want to?
The ship was led astray. The first storm knocked it off path. Unfortunately, it was into uncharted territories where no ship has ever come back from. That's because, living just beneath the surface, lying dormant, waiting for things to just happen upon its path.
lies a giant eldritch god below the surface, and it uses its voice to push into your mind and lure you into putting yourself off the ship. The ship was recovered by a 20th century diving team, floated to the surface and taken to a museum, where unfortunately all those who died on it during some mysterious storm are forced to relive. Their souls are trapped in that wreck of a vessel, now on display in a museum, and every night they are forced to relive this terrible encounter. No one knows the true mystery.
The island which Isaac visited was an ancient one, and contained within it, along with the samples he found, were these soapstone carvings. These contained the souls of titans, which, when they were taken from their homeland, cursed the crew, picked them off one by one until its final ending.
The crew had been pilfering, and those that did, which they hadn't. Those artifacts, they're like prisons. They're not prisons that we would go to, prisons that spirits would go to. The crew is now a part of that, all together in one tiny cell.
Do you want to recap? Or are you ready to choose?
No, I'm ready to choose.
Okay.
And it will be the third one.
This one? Yeah, my one. Yeah. Is that right? Okay. So the fog has encroached around him, and he seems to have joined the rest of the fate of the crew. As he walks out the doorway, instead of walking onto a metal deck, he finds himself on strange, marshy ground, his feet sinking into the mud. There is a low, ominous thrum. It begins with the regularity of the steam engines that he heard, but then builds and builds and builds.
No, this was just a silence, no.
A smell of swampland, a smell of burning pitch, a sulphurous volcanic scent, a scent he recognises from the island that he once visited. He feels a wind rush by. Something approaches, something titanic, something enormous over him.
No.
3 figures with the same faces as those soapstones that he saw, are the last thing he sees before he is pulled into eternal torment. Alright. Over. And now,
Extra, extra, USS Elizabeth disappears in the Atlantic Ocean.
Washing up on shore, remnants of the crates in the ship are found on a remote island, but the contents are all gone. However, one small item is found and returned to the British Museum forevermore. There are mysterious deaths linked to this.
Further research had to be conducted. Unfortunately, the ship didn't bring back any cargo, so they had to finance more to go back to the same places to get the same items once again. So, of course, more lodestones were found. And yet, no ships returned.
The leather-bound journal. Isaac's leather-bound journal that he was updating. Washes ashore. Strangely, the ink is still readable. It washes ashore somewhere. We don't know where. It's been safely hidden away, waiting to be found, with notes.
Thank you very much, everyone.